Hey guys, this is Erin Smith from whoisearinsmith.com with Smith TV, and today I'm going to talk to you about the 5 killer blog post tips, and basically just like the formula and the plan that goes behind blog posts to make them really good. Now I just got back from the gym, so I'm a little bit sweaty, a little bit gross, so I hope you don't mind watching me for a couple minutes. So the first thing we need to talk about here is, let me pull up my little Word document here, is so with network marketing and online marketing, your number one thing that is going to sell you and sell yourself is your blog, right? Because you're able to write down what you know, you kind of showcase yourself on your blog, put pictures up, have your About Me page, affiliate links, and all sorts of other things that show people who you are and show people why they want to work with you as opposed to somebody else. And so with online marketing nowadays, every single network marketer who's actually serious about their business has a blog, right? So how is it that your blog is actually going to stand out from the crowd? What are you going to do to actually make your blog special? Well, let me tell you, first of all, the number one thing that makes your blog stand out from any other blog out there is your content. Your content is king. So if you have bad content, and let's say somebody types into Google, they type in the keyword that you're trying to rank for, and ta-da, your blog post pops up number 1. Good job, right? That's half the battle, is getting your blog post to actually rank on Google if you want Google traffic, right? And they click on your blog, they go to your blog, and the content that you put up there, you basically just typed it out in 2 minutes. You didn't proofread it. It's all big, chunky, ugly paragraphs. No pictures, no bold, no italicized. Just looks ugly, right? And the content's really bad. It's just, whatever you decide to vomit all over your computer. Well, that person, what's their initial impression going to be about you? Their initial impression is going to be that you're not serious about your business, that you really don't know what you're talking about, and that you don't care enough to actually make your content good. And so why in the world would they want to join somebody like that? So that puts a new spin on how you're going to put your content out there, right? You kind of want people to be attracted to you, and to get people attracted to you, you have to have the good content, right? So content is king. And the other thing is oh, by the way, stay to the end to get my top 5 ideas for blog posts, so I can give you some ideas of what to do, and that I'll tell you all that about at the end. So the first thing you need to do with your blog post is has a really good title for your blog post. And so I'm going to switch over to my computer here for a minute, and I want to show you. We're going to look at my blog here, and we're going to look at one of my blog posts that I wrote. It's like the 3rd or 4th blog post I wrote, as opposed to the one I wrote a couple days ago. And we're going to compare the two and see where I've come over the past year and a half. My blog has been up there. It's kind of funny, kind of very, very different between the two. So let me go back to my computer here. Okay, so this one is one that I wrote like 2 years ago, right? The title of this blog post is Mike Dillard is the Man. Okay? Does that spark interest? Does that spark curiosity? Does that make you want to click on that and actually read it? Not really. The only reason why you want to click on that is if you're like, well, why is he the man? Why is Mike Dillard the man? But if anybody knows anything about network marketing or attraction marketing, they already know who Mike Dillard is, and the fact that he wrote Magnetic Sponsoring. He does What's Working Now, Black Belt Recruiting. He's the guy who basically coined the phrase attraction marketing. Most people know who Mike Dillard is already, and they already know he's the man. So they wouldn't really want to read my blog post. And then the other thing is it's not readable, right? There's big chunky paragraphs, they're huge, there's no italicized, no bold, no underline, and then it also has a big fat link in here. and it just looks like, you know, Mike Diller is a man, so they're probably just going to automatically assume that this link right here is one that goes to affiliate link, so I can make a commission off of the whatever product I'm selling on this blog post, which actually isn't true. This is actually linked to a webinar that I was talking about in this blog post, but it doesn't matter. So let's compare that title, Mike Diller the Man. Compare that title to this title. This is probably my #1 blog post so far this month. It's had like, I don't know, 600 views or something. How to get people to buy whatever you're selling. Okay, that is a lot more intriguing. That's a lot more, you know, solving somebody's problem. That's going to get people actually clicking on that, because the other thing about making a really good title is that you need to know your target market. You need to know first of all, who is your target market with this blog. I'm trying to sell network marketing stuff, trying to connect with people in the MLM world, and so those people, they want to know ultimately how to sell to people. They want to know how to connect with people. They want to know how to recruit. They want to know how to do some sort of technical stuff, as far as, like, you know, putting up a blog post, for example. You know, there's all sorts of different things, and you can make a whole entire list of the needs and wants of these people. And, you know, to find out the needs and wants of your target market, usually you are a part of that target market in a sense. Like for me, I'm in network marketing, I'm in the MLM, I have wants and needs, and so reflect those wants and needs in your blog post and in your blog post title. So ultimately, everybody's goal in network marketing and MLM world is to make money, right? And to make money, you have to sell. And I don't care if somebody says, well, I'm not selling, I'm just informing you. You know, that's a bunch of bull crap. It doesn't matter how you sell it, you're still selling in some sort of form if you're making money, right? So how to get people to buy whatever you're selling. So that's really intriguing, because people are like, oh yeah, I want to know how to get people to buy whatever the heck I'm selling. I need to make money. I need to make money now. That's what people think, right? So blog title, let's go back to my little Word document here. This Word document keeps me on track, so if I keep coming back to this is why, because I tend to ramble on big old tangents, if you haven't noticed. Number 2, make it readable. And I've already kind of talked about this, but making it readable with small paragraphs. The home page has snippet of blog posts, and when I talk about that is on your blog post homepage. A lot of people, what they have is that they'll have this blog post, right? And it'll be the entire thing like this, and then I'll go on to the next one, and it'll be the entire thing. And so it just looks like huge articles, and people are like, oh, I don't want to read all that. And so on your homepage, it's actually really good for your SEO and ranking your blog posts. Your entire blog as a whole, is if you, like, for example, I like to go right below my picture I make and put a more tab. You can see the more tab when you're actually in the back office of your WordPress, and so then you only have like the first 3 or 4 paragraphs, and then say read more on this article, and then they have to click on it to actually go to the actual blog post. That looks really neat and tidy on your homepage. And so if somebody comes there and they read this blog post and they think it's really good, and they say, well, what else has she written? And they go to the homepage, they go up here and they click on the homepage, they're able to scroll through my 10 latest blog posts really simply, really easily. And if I have good compelling titles, they're more likely to click on them and go to them. So that's what I mean by snippets on the homepage. And also with if you look at this, how I have, have quotations, I have bold, I have italicized, I have underlined somewhere in here, and I have short little paragraphs. So somebody could even come through here and just scam. They could skim through it and get the basic idea of what I'm saying in this blog post. When if you go to this one, big chunky paragraphs, not too exciting, right? I don't even have a picture in here. So, yeah, so bold, italics, underlines, quotes, pictures, and that kind of stuff. Just spice up your blog post and make it very visually appealing, because that's the first thing that people are going to see, or first thing is going to be the title of your blog post, actually, right? second thing they're going to see is, do I really want to read this? And if they just barely glance over it and it looks like something they can read quick and they can understand it quick and easily, they're going to read it. A lot more percentage of people are going to read it than if it just looks gross, like that Mike Diller is a man blog post. Number 3, get to the point of your post quickly. So if somebody starts reading your blog post, you have about 0.2 seconds to actually get their attention and get them to read the rest of your blog post. And so if you tell a story or tell a joke or, get something sizzling, something that they really, really want to learn about, and put that at the very top of your blog post, so that when they read it, they're like, oh, okay, and they want to keep reading. They're not bored to tears after the first 2 paragraphs because you've talked about absolutely nothing. So the other thing is, number 4 kind of goes along number 3, is no fluffing stuff. No fluffing stuff. People don't like fluffing stuff. And so, like, I've gone to blog posts where, it looks good and, I could kind of skim through it and stuff, but when I actually start reading it, I realize that I'm reading a complete and utter novel, and I get bored and I leave. And so, no fluffing stuff. You want to get to the point quickly and get through your points really quickly, and come up with a conclusion, and what did they learn from this blog post? What is it they're supposed to get? And so my formula basically for making the blog post is right here. The basic formula here. So present the problem. So knowing your target market, which we talked about earlier, most likely you're going to be talking about some sort of problem that network marketers have, or MLMers, or whatever your blog post or your blog is about. There's some problem that you're trying to come up with. And even if you're selling something, if you're trying to sell some product or something, the product was made because it's supposed to be selling a problem, right? For example, weight loss. The problem is that people are getting fat, right? Which is why I'm going to the gym. And so if you want to sell a weight loss product, you present the problem of being overweight. You say, if you're like me, you got married 3 years ago, your husband's an amazing cook, and he cooks lots and lots of carbs, and then you didn't go to the gym for a long time, you put on 15-20 pounds, and now you're working really hard to get it off, right? But it's not coming off. So why don't you get the supplement here? So that kind of thing, right? So present the problem, and then jab and agitate the problem. And so how are you going to jab and agitate the problem? That's kind of a fun thing to do, is because usually with the problem that you're presenting in your blog post, you have personal experience with that, right? Whatever it is. And so if you can, kind of crack jokes about it, you can really be like, do you remember when you did this? And that lots of other people have done it, right? Because you did it. And so tell a story that's relatable. That's another way that you can jab and agitate the problem, right? And just make it so by the end of presenting this problem and agitating it, they're like, yeah, I know how you feel. And they're really connected to what you're typing up, right? And what you're saying. And even if you put in a video, they can really connect with your body language, with your words, with your voice, everything. And so the more you can connect with people, the more likely they are to also completely read your blog posts. And so if they're connecting with you on an emotional level, on an intellectual level, they're connecting with your voice, they're connecting with your body language, they're connecting with your words, the more that you can connect with people with your blog posts, the more likely they are going to read the entire blog post, the more likely they are going to do number 5, which is call to action. And so your call to action, you can do something grandiose as buy this product if you write a good enough blog post, or you can say, get my newsletter to get more tips, more blog posts about this kind of a thing that I'm doing, more about network marketing. Or you can do something as simple as leave a comment below or share this on your Facebook profile. Do stuff like that. So have some sort of call to action. With the call to action, you're kind of training this person who is coming and reading your blog post. You're training them to do what you say and do what you ask. And with your blog posts, you can start transforming that call to action onto your phone calls. And when you start doing it with your phone calls, it becomes second nature to you to ask for the sale, to tell people what to do. You're very well on your way to becoming a very good leader, because the leaders are the people who, I don't want to say boss people around, but they definitely tell people to go out and do something. And the people who come back and report back and says, yeah, I did that thing that you told me to, that call to action you gave me, those are the people that you know that you want to train, that you want to keep on your team. But that's a whole different story. That's a whole different topic there. And so, for example, as Mike Dealer is a man, I just said, go to the webinar. And so, I did have a call to action on that one. This one at the bottom, I say, want to get more free tips, head on over to my fan page. So that one was, I just put a link here to my fan page so people can go to my fan page and get more tips and more training in that kind of way. And then down here, sign up to get my free email updates. And I think I have this actually at the bottom of each and every one of my blog posts. And so this is just actually one where they get a quick email saying that I put up a new blog post. And so that's another way where I get traffic back. And I believe that this is also a plugin that I use. I think it's What Would Seth Godin Do, or WWSGD or something. So that's another little tip there. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed those 5 ideas for blog posts and the formula that I use to write killer blog posts. Now to talk about the topics that I was going to tell you at the end of this video. So my most responsive blog posts that I have ever done are going to be about these 5 topics. So number 1, a how-to. People love instructional videos. If you tell people how to do something step by step by step by step, they're gonna love it. And my videos, my top videos, like they have thousands of views, are all my how-to videos. Like I did a very simple, quick video about Windows Live Movie Maker. And it's nothing too technical. I go over Windows Live Movie Maker really, really quick. And so if somebody's just barely learning how to do it, it's a good video for them to watch. Of course, if they want to know something specific about Windows Live Movie Maker, it's not very good. But that video has over 1,000 views. And it's so simple to do. I did it in like 5 minutes or something, right? So how-tos are amazing. And people are just glued to how-to stuff. So number 2, make a list. So even though some people like me, for example, don't really like to make lists, I like to make lists if I'm like going on vacation, I'm like packing my stuff, so I can make a list and make sure I didn't forget my mascara or my hairspray or something, right? Because every girl can't live without their mascara, right? And then I could check it off. I did it with my homework too. I felt like accomplished when I could scribble out that 50 pages I was supposed to read out of my textbook that day or something like that. The mind really loves construction. The mind loves bullet points, and if you can make a list of bullet points, people really love that. So then they can go through there and be like, the 5 most common characteristics of a leader or something, and you have number 1, so they can go, oh yeah, check, check, check. Wait, what's number 5? And so then they read it, and then they go through it and they say, oh, that's something I need to work on. And like I said, if they start connecting with you and your words and your videos and stuff like that, they're 10 million times more likely to become a lead through your blog. And that is what the whole point of your blog is, right? Is to get people to come to your blog first of all, right? To become a visitor, and then to convert that visitor into a lead, and eventually converting that lead into a sale. So your content has to be amazing, because they need to connect with you on more than just a screen to person relationship. They want to feel and kind of see and hear and read that person behind the computer screen who wrote that blog post. Then they want to become a lead and become a sale eventually. Does that make sense? Okay. So number 3, something controversial. So this one's kind of exciting because you can, like, one that I wrote was about the pop-ups. I don't know about you, but like the blog pop-ups, all of a sudden everybody had them, right? pop up, pop up, pop up, wherever you went, and it was driving me crazy. And I said, what are these pop-ups? Like, you know, some of them are okay, but other ones drive me crazy because there's no X, and you can't get out of it, and it's just this huge pop-up, and you have to put your information in order to get back to the blog post. And I have no idea who this person is, or even if they have good content, so why would I become the lead there anyway? And it was just making me frustrated. So with the pop-ups, I kind of made my own stand. I said, you know what, I'm thinking that I don't like pop-ups. And I wrote down the reasons for not liking pop-ups. And then everybody who had pop-ups was like, hold on, do you know how many leads I get through pop-ups? And you know, I got like, I don't know, 50 comments on that blog post within the first couple of days. Is up there just because people were going back and forth about what they thought about pop-ups. So something controversial, and take a stand on it, and say at the very end, like, your call to action can be, leave a comment, what's your opinion about this subject. You know, so you get lots of comments with that one. That one's, the controversial blog post is more about interaction, about getting lots of comments and lots of buzz on your blog. And that's another really good way to get Google to notice you, because Google will say, oh, look, all these, you know, IP addresses going to this blog post. All these people are leaving their comments. What's the buzz going on over here? Let's make this, let's make this blog post rank higher because everybody likes it, right? So, number 4, reveal a secret, quote-unquote secret. If you have been doing some sort of study case, like for example the pop-ups, if you see how many leads you get through your blog without the pop-ups as opposed to with the pop-ups, you know, you could reveal your secret as to how you did. You know, so anything that has to do with secrets, or with some new way that you come up with. For example, like Facebook fan page marketing, you have some new twist on it that you want to share. You know, there's so many people out there who are Googling their lives away with network marketing, right? I'm sure you know a lot of those people, and some of them are probably on your team, where they'll call you up and they'll be like, guess what, I got the latest and greatest blah 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 blah, and you're like, well, how many people have you signed up, you know? And so they're going through and they're finding all these amazing trainings. They're going and they're finding the latest and greatest, like, SEO plugin and tool and stuff, but they're not really actually applying that. And like I said, that's a whole nother story also. Whole nother video there. I'm going off my tangent again. So anyway, reveal a secret. That's another blog post. And number 5, deliver your post in a video or audio format. So some people, remember how I was talking about connecting with people on different levels? Some people, they can't read a blog post to save their life. Even if you have the most, you know, amazing content on there, and it's, you know, it's building its client. What's the word? I can't think of the word. It's exciting. Let's say exciting. Anyways, and so they're just ADD. They can't focus on reading a blog post, but they can watch videos for days. So you want to connect with those people through doing a video, or people who like to sit there and, let's say they like to, you know, do their workout as they're listening to training, so then they have audio of you talking to them, you know. So being able to connect with people on those different levels, remember, are much more likely to become a lead through your blog. So it just, you know, just spice it up a little bit by doing audio or video. Even if you hate doing videos, like me personally, I hate doing videos. I don't know why, I just don't like doing videos. So that is my 5 blog post ideas. How to make a list, something controversial, reveal a secret, and deliver your posts in a video or audio format. You know, other ideas that you can do is just some quick tips is answer your own questions that you have. I know, especially for me, when I started out, and even now, I would think of some question, and it could be something simple, like with the newbies when they're learning what attraction marketing is and really getting their head wrapped around what is attraction marketing. If you look at the beginning of my blog post, I have lots of blog posts about what attraction marketing is and what I've learned about it. So answer your own questions with your blog posts, because somebody out there has the exact same question. It's like when you're sitting in college with, you know, 500 students, and the teachers up there like writing on the chalkboard, and you're like, wait, hold on, I don't understand that. More than likely, there's 10 other people in the class at least that have that exact same question, right? Same thing goes with network marketing. The other thing that you can do is, as you're going out through the day, especially if you're really getting into network marketing or really getting into your business and really studying up on things, if you're anything like me, or especially Cameron's crazy about this, is that they're constantly thinking about network marketing and getting these ideas in their head. And so write down those ideas, because a lot of those ideas can be I can't think of the word, guys. My brain today, I'm not kidding you, it's brain dead. It's what, 10:30 right now, and it's like my bedtime, guys. So anyway, take those ideas and make it into a blog post. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys liked this blog post, and I hope that you got some ideas from it, and I hope you had a good laugh with my brain deadness. And I will see you on the next video, alright? So this is Erin Smith signing up. Go to my blog, check it out, whoiserinsmith.com, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.